Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Thanks for watching. Share as you join. Share, please. Share as you join. We have a lot to talk today. Okay, share as you join, please. Share while we populate. Share. Share as you join. Share as you join. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about the risk of Biya's going into another 7 year in office. The risk of Paul Biya. We have heard from clergymen, we have heard from bishops, we have heard from different people. And the risk is very high. But because of the interest, the La Republic government does not care about the consequences of their actions anymore, because they are being crowded by their ego. Okay, they don't care about what will happen if Paul Biya go into another term. One, there will be there will be protest, there will be destabilization. They don't care. Because what we know is that the civil war will start from there. Once Paul Biya is the person that will go in for office. Okay? Why are we echoing this? We are echoing this because the people of La Republic has to take the destiny in their own hands. They have to take the destiny in their own hands before it's too late. Because what will happen is that Paul Biya will go in and win, and that's the beginning and the end of that dynasty. Why are we saying this? We're saying this because we have seen in other African countries what happened, right? We have seen in so many. But as Paul Biya of Cameroon approaches another potential term in office, the concerns are growing about the political stability, right, and the future of the country. If the prominent figures, people who are political analysts, even bishops, many other people are echoing the voices. Catholic Church, bishops, traditional rulers, political actors are warning of a potential crisis, especially civil war. If the CPGM government does not want to listen or does not want to heed to this, then they will have themselves to blame, because the potential of a civil war, it will be grievous. Okay, there is a need for some transformational leadership in that country, because for 42 years Paul Biya has led the country in an ironclad fist. The CPGM government don't understand that for 42 years Biya have failed that country. Okay, they don't see the failures because they are enjoying the largesse of the government. They are enjoying all the benefits of the government. They don't understand what the common man is going through in that regime. Okay, but the Cameroon people need some transformation, some transformational leadership. It's time for them to see something different. Okay, we have seen that in many other African countries where leaders hand over power. You saw Julius Nyerere, Nelson Mandela. They provide a roadmap to a transitional leadership. If the CPGM regime is wise, if the CPGMers are wise, if they want a future for the Cameroon, they will have a transformational leadership. But if they don't care, if they don't care about the consequences, then they will have themselves to blame, because there will be a civil war. There will be something that will destabilize the country. The example that we have had in other countries, okay, for 42 years we have seen the dangers, how Biya have led that country, and what caused the Southern Cameroon crisis. What caused the Amazonian crisis? It was part of the poor leadership. Okay, a peaceful protest that would have been solved, they used the old system to solve a problem. Okay, they are imposing on the people of Southern Cameroon how to do things, which is not the right way of doing things. Okay, so there is an urgent call for a collective mission to address these challenges. If not, the CPTM regime will still plunge that country into a bloody civil war. The lesson that we have heard, we have learned from all the other countries. Okay, they are warning the Biya regime, please advise Biya not to run for office. They should help to give a transformational leadership where there will be peace in Cameroon and there will be peace in Amazonia. Okay, the warning voices are still warning. I've heard from different voices, even from bishops, still warning the government, please, the CPGM regime should listen, because what will befall the country, it will be something different. Okay, we have seen the long shadows of longevity of power, the examples of those people who overstayed their welcome, like Ben Ali, who stayed for 23 years in Tunisia, Mubarak, 30 years in Egypt, Dos Santos, 32 years in Angola. All this serves as a cautionary tale for Cameroon. As Biya's rule extends into its 42nd year, these are leaders who clung to power, and they led their nation into chaos, economic collapse, and civil unrest. If the Cameroon government, if the Cameroon people can hold that government accountable to evade this collapse that we are seeing, there's economic crisis, there is political crisis, there is social crisis. Okay, there is everything in that country that is showing signs of a civil war or civil chaos coming. If the people of La Republique needs to take that country into their own hand, it is now. It is now, because we have seen example in other African countries where the African countries did not want to negotiate how to help to negotiate a peaceful exit. Okay, to avert potential disaster, discussion around a plan for a graceful exit for Paul Biya is now. Okay, we have seen where various African leaders who successfully transitioned power, like Julius Nyerere of Tanzania, we saw of Senegal's Leopold Sedar Senghor, who negotiated their exit. Biya is a citizen of Switzerland. He has French, or also a citizen of French nationality. He can peacefully transition and go and rest. Okay, I don't know why the CPGM people cannot advise him that, please, for you to have a peaceful rest, go to Switzerland, go to France, like other African leaders did, and they had a peaceful exit. Julius Nyerere did in Tanzania, other leaders, even in Senegal before, we saw Leopold Sedar Senghor, we saw all this, even examples like Nelson Mandela, who officially handed power peacefully. He had a peaceful rest before his passing. Okay, these are what we call transformational leadership. I don't know if the CPGM people think that somebody in 92 years old is still thinking normally, is still rational in thinking. I don't think so. I don't think so. This is one of the message coming from, take a listen to this guy who is a bishop saying that enough is enough.
Les autorités sont là, je vous dis, 2026, si, comme beaucoup de responsables sont même des chrétiens, et même chrétiens catholiques, même comme beaucoup sont en prison, vraiment, c'est pour dire que il faut aussi réfléchir dans ce sens-là. Que 2025, c'est une année de joie, c'est une année de paix. Libérez les prisonniers, ouvrez les prisons. Ceux qui sont injustement en prison, libérez-les pour que la paix revienne dans le pays, que la joie soit dans le cœur des familles, etc. On parle de co-électorat, ils sont là. Mais c'est quoi? Les gens disent pour dire que mais faites des élections justes. Que les gens s'asseyent pour définir quelque chose que vraiment le meilleur doit gagner et on la paix. Certains refusent. Pourquoi quand les gens vont manifester, on les met en prison? J'ai dit, hein, c'est quoi? C'est quoi ça?
They see in the upcoming elections, and that is the voice of the people talking. The voice of the people talking. The kind of democracy that we see in Cameroon is that kind of thing that the people don't have a say. Okay, the dictatorship of Paul Biya don't allow the people to even determine their own voice. It has made it such a way that the people don't even care about who is going to be president anymore because they know Biya is still going to win. When opposition leaders like Kamto speak today, it doesn't make sense. When people like Joshua Ozi of the SDF speak, it doesn't make sense. Because they know Biya is still going to win. And now they are trying to say Kamto is not qualified to run. Okay, these are all things to tell you that Biya is still going to win. But for the benefit of the people of Cameroon, for the peaceful transition, they are still telling Paul Biya, please, there's crisis in southern Cameroon and Bazonia. For a peaceful transition, don't live on this earth like you wanted to live last year with problems, political chaos, economic chaos, all this chaos you leave behind. Think of it. How do you want to leave your family in chaos? How do you want to leave your wife, your children in chaos? Leave a good legacy for them. The best thing to do now is to fly, go to Switzerland, go to France and stay there before it's too late. Because if the civil war catch you in that same country, you go to jail. Because the next president will send you to jail. Now is the time for your peaceful exit. Strategize and exit the country peacefully. Don't fall the risks of Muammar Gaddafi and Saddam Hussein, all those people who were caught in the You know, so the best thing, don't allow the CPGM people fool you to stay in that place, because when the civil war meets you there, even more chaotic. Listen to the voice of the people. Don't follow that politic of Langa. You have done your part for 42 years. The advice the people are giving you now, listen. You are 92 years old. You have ruled for 42 years. It's time for you to have a peaceful transition. Listen, take example from those leaders who handed power peacefully. Take example from them. Don't put yourself in jeopardy because you want to satisfy your CPGM people. Don't listen to them. There is a call to action for you. A collective mission to engage intellectually, emotionally, morally, spiritually in the pursuit of a better tomorrow for that country that you want to live like that in chaos. Take action. Listen to what Mandela did. Okay? Listen to what Mandela did. Mandela left a legacy of hope and equality for the people of Southern Africa. I don't think Cameroon will... A better Cameroon for you is for you to leave that country in a way that democracy can thrive. The neighboring countries can thrive in prosperity, in justice. Don't leave Cameroon the way your family will not be even at ease to live in that same country. If you think that you live in that country in chaos, your family will also live in chaos, it's a mistake. Your wife, Biya, will not stay in that country. Your daughters, your children will not stay in the country. So why not just live now in peace? You have heard the echo of so many people. Don't follow the mistake of some leaders who did not listen to advice and they were trapped in their own mistake. The best thing to do now is to exit. I'm telling you, see what Robert Mugabe did, who appointed succession. He was wise. Learn from Omar Bashir. Learn from Nelson Mandela. Those are people who ruled for many years, but they had to be wise enough to hand over power before it was too late. Learn from Kwame Nkrumah. Learn from those people who hand over power. Mandela, Paul Kagame are people who hand over power. We have far gone that age. Imagine the generation. It means that when you came to power, the people who were born when you came to power are 42 years old. Imagine adults that you want to still rule. People that you have to hand over power. At 40, they are already adults. Imagine people in their 50s, people in that age when you came to power. Think of it. What kind of legacy do you want to leave for you and your family? Because when you die, your family will be there. What kind of legacy do you want to leave for them? Those people in their 40s are medical doctors, are engineers, are lawyers, are all the elites, How do you want to leave that legacy for them? They were born when you came to power, 1982. They are now in their 42 years. They're now in their 40s. Copy the example of Nelson Mandela. Live in peace, Mr. Paul Biya. This message is for you. And it will be the last time that I'll be talking this, because this same year there'll be election. And the CPJ people are pushing you to go in for as a president. But don't leave that country in chaos, because you will not find yourself in that same country when chaos starts. That same military that are backing you today will not be there for you. They will not be there. Yep. Think of it. What kind of moral lesson do you want to leave behind for those 42-year-old children, 42-year-old adults who were born when you came to power? They are no longer younger generation. They are 40. They are 42 years old. Do you want to continue being their leader at that age, or you want to hand over power to them? They are 42 years old today. They are adults. Think of it. The Ben Alis, the Hosni Mubaraks, the Dos Santos, the people who left. But think of it. See the way other countries hand over power to their own people. Kwame Nkrumah, Osajefo, he set the pace for peaceful transition. Nelson Mandela of South Africa set the pace for peaceful transition. Robert Mugabe appointed succession. But the way you are living Cameroon today, it will be very, very chaotic. This is for you, Mr. Paul Biya. Yes, you have started the war in southern Cameroon. You have not yet finished it after 8 years. And then you want to plunge your country into another civil war. Think of it. You are stretching your military to fight a war on two fronts. Just imagine how your legacy will end after 42 years in power or 43 years in power. Be wise and leave that country. Don't leave that country in chaos. I come in peace. I'm just telling you the kind of legacy you want to leave. People are protesting all over the world, but listen to them. These are diasporans.
Permettez qu'à votre nom, nous souhaitions la bienvenue à notre libérateur Longuet. Bienvenue au Père spirituel de la base unie de Paris. Ici aujourd'hui à Bruxelles, devant le Parlement européen, pour dire solennellement non à la torture au Cameroun. Non à la torture au Cameroun. Non à la torture au Cameroun. Non à l'impunité au Cameroun. Non à l'impunité au Cameroun. Demandons aux institutions européennes de veiller à ce qu'au Cameroun, plus jamais les actes de torture n'aient lieu et que tous les responsables des actes de torture au Cameroun soient...
Yes. That is what we're talking about. Do you want to live? Look at diasporans, look at children in exile. Some are already 42 years old when you came to power. Then do you want to go again for another 7 years? When those people will be 50. and you call them youths. So the country will have youths at 50 because you clung to power. Mr. Biya. Oh man, it's sad, but that's the reality. Yes, we are seeing Cameroon going to the brink of a potential upheaval. Yes, but there is a necessity for change. The CPDM regime has enjoyed 42 years of everything, lavish enjoyment. But everything comes to an end. And they will think that they are enjoying today. The end of Biya will be very chaotic. If they're the one pushing Biya to go again for another 7 years. Instead of them to help for the peaceful transition. They think that the old method of fraud, corruption, voter thievery and election manipulation will continue. But when the people will rise, it will be more chaotic on their part. Wisdom is profitable to direct. The thing they can do now is to advise anyone who wants to go in to halt their ambition and let them be peace and peaceful transition in both Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia, and La Republic of Cameroon. Because there's economic crisis, there's political crisis, there's social crisis. If the people are wise, if it's a wise government, then they'll avoid everything to go in a peaceful transition. If not,
Session, good evening, Mr. Biya, good evening, and happy New Year to my co-panelist.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure coming here this evening, and I must admit, and watching it today gives me the impression that I was right, abstaining from watching it. And I'm here to give you my own view. But the very first trauma I got from his speech is that he doesn't listen to us. We have this tradition that every year he talks to us, but I don't think he has given opportunity for us to talk to him. And I think he should listen to us.
Okay.
On the issue, he already started saying that the president of the Republic is not listening to Cameroonians.
Yes.
And this looks like a glaring example.
Yes.
Recently, the Archbishop of Douala said his candidacy or calls for his candidacy are unrealistic.
Yes.
And many Cameroonians, we've been interviewing many Cameroonians on the street who have been saying that we want a change at the helm of the state. But he says, I am ready to continue serving you.
Mr. Biya, as I said, it's very unfortunate that we have the opportunity to listen to him, but he doesn't have the opportunity, or he does not give us the opportunity to listen to us. It's very unfortunate that at his age, and when you look at the degrading nature of our country, you see think that he at 91 plus, he feels that he's very okay to take another mandate. To me, to be very honest, it will not be. It is an insult to Cameroonians for anybody to think that at that age somebody could be strong and fit enough to be a president of the republic. Look, and when you look at his results, if he was an old man and with positive results, you even try to comprehend. But things are falling apart in this country. He admitted in most of what he's saying. The roads, we don't have roads, we don't have lights, there is embezzlement. And you see, he comes out with blatant, I don't know whether he lives in another world or he actually sees himself in another world. Because when he says that since he came to power, he has always tried to ameliorate the living condition of Cameroonians, that's a statement he should withdraw.
Well, Barrister, about the possible candidacy of the President of the Republic, Paul Biya, you are a legal mind.
Yes.
And in response to Archbishop Samuel Kleda,
Yes.
the Communication Secretary of the CPDN, Professor Jacques Famendongo, said that, citing Article 6, Sub 2 of the Constitution,
Yes.
that it is the right of the President of the Republic to stand for re-election,
Yes.
and citing Article 27, Sub 3
Yes.
of the Internal Rules and Regulations of the party to
Yes.
say that he has the right to stand for re-election. Nobody, and he qualified those who attempts to stop his candidacy as a violation or an attempt to violate his rules
Mr. Babila,
or his right.
Mr. Babila, I've said on several occasions that the relationship between the government and the citizens is a social contract. And that social contract is materialized in the Constitution, which is a ground norm, which is the aspiration of the people and how the people want to be managed. You agree with me that that's not how the Constitution was when it was re-amended in 1996? Yes. Why did he use the majority CPDM to change the Constitution, to modify the Constitution? It's because you know before 1996 that we Cameroonians, our aspiration was that he could not have another mandate. So when you go and violate, when you go and play games over the Constitution, and you think that you use that same Constitution to maintain yourself in power, is evil. Then furthermore, Monsignor Kleda, his Archbishop of Douala, he meets people every day. He takes care of people's spiritual needs. He listens to his Christians every day. And the majority cry that I want the head of state. I think after he made his statement, he should be there listening to us. I am begging him that we've listened to him, and we are not satisfied. He should leave us.
I see some people commenting here. Someone is saying that it's not CPDM fooling Biya to stay in power. Instead, it's Paul Biya telling them that he wants to continue. There was this lady named Maurice Ebutu. She made a video saying Biya loves power. I mean, it is left for the people of La République du Cameroon to decide if they want to be ruled by somebody whose senses is not there. You saw when Biya came to America, he could not even recognize what was happening around him. Yeah. And you people don't understand that somebody at 92, 90-something years needs to rest. You are straining this man just because of interest. Because Biya doesn't know what is happening around him anymore. At 80 upward, people in America are resting. Some are having a good time with their families, enjoying their grandkids at home. You are straining this man who does not have senses. Because at 90, most people don't know what they are doing. In most cases, they start losing their senses. They cannot drive a vehicle. They cannot. They are already on retirement long ago. But you allow somebody to stay in power when he doesn't know, his reasoning faculty are not there. Then you say it's Biya that want to stay in power. No. At that age, Biya has lost his senses. The people surrounding him are the ones pushing him. Because if you tell him, like what happened to Robert Mugabe, the wife told him, no, you are no more, step aside. And he did. He listened to the wife. Nelson Mandela did the same thing. At 30 age, Nelson Mandela said, hey, I've served few people in South Africa. I'm going to step aside. He stepped aside. He was hailed. That's how you left a good legacy. You don't leave a legacy to rule till you die. How many presidents in Africa have ruled until they die in office? How many? all the advice that have been coming from all over. Draw inspiration from people like Nelson Mandela, who live with integrity, who live without public pain. See people like Leopold Sédar Senghor of Senegal. See people like Julius Nyerere of Tanzania. What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind? They are telling you, step aside. Put a transformational leadership so that your family, everybody will say, okay, this is what Pobia left behind. But the way you want to leave that power, Mr. Pobia, even your family will not see better, because your family will not stay in that same country. Listen to the voices in this your last year of your life. People like Ben Ali rule for 23 years in Tunisia. Hosni Mubarak ruled for 30 years in Egypt. Eduardo dos Santos, 32 years in Angola. But yet, they had to be wise to leave power in a way that will not cause chaos. But think of it. What kind of legacy do you want to leave, Mr. Pobia? From every indication, the CPGM people are pushing you. They are pushing you to stay there, pushing you to say, hey, we will support you. Go. We want your candidacy. But you are putting that country into the chaos. Cameroon witnessed a civil war more than the one that is happening in Ambazonia. And think of it. How can you fight a war on two fronts? You have not finished the war in Ambazonia. You add another war for your people. Is that a legacy you want to leave? I don't think so. Think about it. This is an advice. But if you think that we are too young, in our 40s, because we were born when you came to power, so you don't respect us because we are still youths in our 40s. You don't respect us because we were born when you came to power. But it's an advice from the youths in their 40s to you. If you want to take it, you take it. If you don't want to take it, good and fine for you. See you in the day of your election, or see you in the day of your re-election. That's when we'll know that you heard the advice or not. Thank you for watching. Stay blessed and God bless you. God bless everybody. Thank you for watching. Please make sure you share, and make sure you stay subscribed to the channel. Thank you for watching.